Your feet have over 7,000 nerve endings, 7,000, each one connected to a different part of your body. And tonight, while you sleep, every single one of them is wide open, waiting. Now here's what nobody tells you. Your skin doesn't just sit there at night. Between about 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., your skin's ability to absorb things goes up. Blood flow to your skin increases. Your cells flip into repair mode. This isn't some wellness trend. This is basic dermatology. Your skin becomes a sponge while you're unconscious. So what happens if you put the right thing on that sponge? Specifically, on your feet? Before you close your eyes. I'm talking about olive oil, but not the stuff you cook with. I mean real, extra virgin, cold-pressed olive oil. And what it does to your body overnight, starting from the soles of your feet and working upward through your entire system. Honestly, the research on this caught me off guard. I went through clinical trials, published studies, data from universities in Spain, Iran, Japan, and the United States. And what I found is that this simple act, rubbing olive oil on your feet before bed, triggers a chain of biological events that most people have no idea about. 10 of them. Let me walk you through each one. Number 10. You fall into deeper sleep. And I mean noticeably deeper. Here's what's happening. When you massage oil into the soles of your feet, the pressure on those nerve endings sends a signal straight to your brain. Not a vague signal. A very specific one. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's the part of your nervous system that tells your body, you're safe. You can shut down now. Your heart rate slows. Your breathing gets deeper. And here's the key. Your cortisol drops. Cortisol is the hormone that keeps you wired at 2 a.m. staring at the ceiling. When it drops, your brain starts producing serotonin. Serotonin converts to melatonin. And melatonin is what actually pulls you into deep sleep. A study found that people who did a 10-minute foot massage before bed fell asleep 20% faster. And after 4 weeks, their deep sleep cycles were measurably longer. Another study, this one with postmenopausal women, showed an average of 1 extra hour of sleep per night just from regular foot massage. 1 hour from rubbing your feet. Number 9. Your cracked, dry heels start repairing themselves. Overnight. This one's straightforward, but the science behind it is actually fascinating. Extra virgin olive oil contains something called squalene. Now, squalene is not some exotic ingredient. Your own skin produces it. It makes up about 13% of your skin's natural oil. The problem? After age 30, your body's squalene production drops off a cliff. That's literally why your skin gets drier as you age. It's not just getting old, it's a measurable decline in a specific compound. Olive oil is one of the richest plant sources of squalene on Earth. When you apply it to your feet and cover them with cotton socks overnight, the squalene replenishes what your body stopped making. It fills in the cracks, not just on the surface. It actually penetrates into the deeper layers. And there's a second mechanism happening at the same time. Olive oil contains oleic acid, which is a natural penetration enhancer. It loosens up the structure of your skin's outer layer, the stratum corneum, allowing moisture to get pulled in deeper than any drugstore cream ever could. A clinical trial out of Spain confirmed that olive oil applied topically promotes skin cell renewal. It accelerates the turnover of old, dead cells and replaces them with fresh ones. So, you go to bed with cracked heels. You wake up, and they're softer, not because of a cream sitting on the surface, because the oil went in and told your skin cells to get back to work. Number 8. Your joints feel less stiff in the morning. Okay, this is the one that really surprised me. In 2005, researchers published a landmark finding in the journal Nature. They discovered that extra virgin olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal. And oleocanthal works on the exact same pain pathways as ibuprofen. The exact same ones. It inhibits the COX-1 and COX-2 enzymes. Those are the switches that tell your body to swell up, get inflamed, and hurt. The lead researcher said the similarity was, and I'm quoting the study here, strikingly similar to ibuprofen. Except olive oil doesn't burn a hole in your stomach lining over time. When you rub it into the soles of your feet, the oleocanthal absorbs through the skin and goes to work locally, on the small joints in your feet, your ankles, and through general circulation. People with arthritis in their knees, their hands, their hips. This matters. Because the pre-dimed trial, one of the largest nutritional studies ever conducted, found that people on an olive oil-heavy diet had significantly lower levels of C-reactive protein. That's the blood marker for inflammation throughout your entire body. Number 7. Restless legs calm down. If you've ever had that crawling, pulling, impossible to ignore sensation in your legs at night, you know how maddening it is. Restless leg syndrome affects millions of people, and it gets worse with age. Here's what a double-blind, placebo-controlled trial found. 60 patients with restless leg syndrome were split into two groups. One group got their legs massaged with olive oil. The other got massaged with liquid paraffin, basically a fake oil. Same massage technique, same duration, same schedule, twice a week for 3 weeks. The results? The olive oil group saw a significant drop in symptom severity. The paraffin group barely changed, and the decline was measurable, statistically significant at p less than 0.001. That's not a maybe. That's not a could-be placebo. That's hard data published in Complementary Therapies in Medicine. The oil itself, not just the massage, was making the difference. Number 6. Circulation to your feet and legs improves. After 60, the blood vessels in your extremities start narrowing. Your feet are the farthest point from your heart. They get the least blood flow. That's why they're cold. That's why they tingle. That's why small cuts on your feet take forever to heal. Massaging olive oil into your feet at night forces blood into the capillaries. The physical pressure opens them up. The warmth from the friction helps. And the oleic acid in the oil itself has been shown to improve vascular function. Research from Japan showed that elderly patients who did daily foot self-massage saw improved circulation within 4 weeks, reduced numbness, less tingling, warmer feet. And here's something most people don't think about. Better circulation at night means your tissues get more oxygen while you sleep. More oxygen means faster repair. Faster repair means you wake up feeling lighter, less stiff, more ready. Now, before I get to number 5, I want to be straight with you about something. Everything I'm sharing comes from published research, clinical trials, peer-reviewed journals. But I'm not your doctor. I don't know your medications, your history, your specific situation. This is education, it's not a prescription. If you're managing diabetes, circulation issues, or you're on blood thinners, have a conversation with your doctor about this. Use this information to ask better questions. That's the goal. All right. Number 5. Diabetic foot protection. This one could matter more than anything else on this list for some of you. Diabetic foot complications are one of the most serious risks for anyone managing blood sugar issues. Neuropathy kills sensation. You can't feel the small crack forming. It becomes a wound. The wound doesn't heal because circulation is compromised, and it spirals from there. Multiple randomized controlled trials, published in PMC and Science Direct, have tested olive oil directly on diabetic foot wounds. In one study with 60 patients, the olive oil group showed significantly higher healing scores across every week of the 4-week trial. Every single week. The p-value was less than 0.001. The mechanism? Olive oil promotes something called VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor. In plain English, it tells your body to build new blood vessels around the wound. More blood vessels, more healing. And the polyphenols in the oil fight infection at the same time. For diabetic foot prevention, not treatment, prevention, nightly olive oil application creates a moisture barrier, keeps skin supple, and reduces the risk of cracks that become problems. Number 4. You activate a nerve network that reaches every organ in your body. Your feet are not just feet. In traditional Chinese medicine, they call them the second heart. In Ayurveda, the practice of oiling the feet before bed, padabhyanga, goes back over 3,000 years. Modern science is starting to understand why. MRI scanning has shown a direct neural link between pressure points on the feet and specific areas of the brain. When you press on certain zones of the soul, the corresponding brain region lights up. The visual cortex, the limbic system, areas that control mood, pain perception, organ function. A PMC meta-analysis of 26 randomized controlled trials found that foot reflexology significantly reduces anxiety across diverse populations. Another review found it effective for reducing pain, lowering blood pressure, and improving sleep quality in the elderly. You don't need to be an expert in reflexology. Just the act of massaging oil into the soles of your feet, pressing into the arch, working between the toes, you're stimulating pathways that reach your kidneys, your heart, your lungs, your brain. And you're doing it right before the most restorative period of your day. Number 3, your skin cells start fighting the clock. Squalene. I mentioned it earlier for your heels, but it does something bigger than just moisturize. It's one of your body's primary defenses against free radicals, the unstable molecules that break down collagen and cause wrinkles, spots, and sagging. After 30, your natural squalene production plummets. But when you apply extra virgin olive oil, which contains between 0.8 and 13 grams of squalene per kilogram, you're essentially restoring what time took away. A study in the journal Nutrients found that olive oil's phenolic compounds increase skin cell proliferation and speed up wound healing in human fibroblasts. Fibroblasts are the cells that make collagen. You're literally feeding the factories that keep your skin firm, and the European Food Safety Authority has issued an approved health claim, not a suggestion, an approved claim, that olive oil polyphenols protect blood lipids from oxidative stress. That's the same oxidative stress that ages your skin from the inside out. Number 2, your immune system gets a quiet boost. While you sleep, your lymphatic system is doing its most active work. Flushing toxins, clearing dead cells, rebuilding defenses. When you massage your feet with olive oil, you're enhancing lymphatic drainage in your lower extremities. You're physically moving stagnant fluid. Olive oil's polyphenols, there are over 30 different types in extra virgin, have documented antioxidant and antimicrobial effects. Topically, they support the skin's barrier function, preventing pathogens from entering through micro cracks. And squalene has shown anti-tumor activity in epidemiological studies. Populations that consume olive oil-heavy diets consistently show lower rates of certain cancers. The Mediterranean diet isn't famous by accident. Number 1, anxiety loosens its grip, and it starts in your feet. This is the one that doesn't get enough attention. Researchers at the University of Miami found that patients who received daily 15-minute foot massages had 30% lower cortisol levels. 30%. That's not a supplement. That's not a prescription. That's someone touching your feet for 15 minutes. When cortisol drops, serotonin rises. When serotonin rises, your mood stabilizes. You feel less on edge, less worried about the thing you can't control at 3 a.m. And olive oil specifically, with its warm texture, its subtle scent, the ritual of applying it, turns this into something more than just a biological event. It becomes a moment, a nightly practice where you slow down, put your hands on your own body, and tell yourself, I'm taking care of this. That might sound small, but for anyone living alone, anyone managing a chronic condition, anyone who hasn't been touched with care in a while, that ritual is medicine in itself. Now, let me tell you exactly how to do this right. First, the oil matters. You need extra virgin olive oil. Not pure, not light, not olive oil blend. Those are refined. The refining process strips out the polyphenols, the oleocanthal, the squalene, all the things that make this work. Extra virgin means it's cold pressed from the first pressing. No heat, no chemicals. Here's a quick test. Real extra virgin olive oil has a peppery bite in the back of your throat. That burn? That's the oleocanthal. If your oil doesn't burn even a little, it's missing the compound that acts like ibuprofen. You want that burn. Glass bottle. Dark glass. Light degrades polyphenols. Check for a harvest date, not just an expiration date. The fresher the oil, the more active compounds it contains. The method. Warm about a tablespoon between your palms. Don't microwave it, just body heat. Start at the sole of your foot. Use your thumbs to press into the arch. Work the heel in circles. Move to each toe. Don't rush this. 5 to 10 minutes per foot. Put on cotton socks immediately after. The socks lock the oil in and prevent it from evaporating or staining your sheets. Do this 30 to 60 minutes before you want to fall asleep. Every night. Consistency is what makes this work. The first night, you'll sleep better. By week 2, your heels are softer. By week 4, you'll feel a difference in your joints, your legs, your overall sense of calm at night. Tell me in the comments which of these 10 you're trying first. Because I can almost guarantee, whatever you type, there's someone else watching this who needed to hear that exact thing. And your comment might be the reason they give this a shot tonight. The video on your screen right now, my team and I put real time into it, and honestly, it connects directly to what we just covered. Click it. I'll see you there.